we're going to try to make theater for everybody in a community and enjoy one another and enjoy the stories and really hear these stories and celebrate these stories together in a multi-generational way.
There was a need for our kind of work in Fergus Falls, specifically around the Kirkbride building. They had been doing a lot of different initiatives with artists around the Kirkbride and thought that our site-specific, place-based work would be a good addition to the conversation around revitalization and preservation of this place.
Well, one of the reasons that we even thought that this could work was that artists already had been really involved with the building. So when we decided to get involved, one of the things we wanted to do was just find more resources for those artists to support projects, because we thought, well, hey, what if we had just one project after another? How could that build momentum and really foster interaction? Because that was what the community was really needing.
We operate on a principle that a healthy town needs a healthy arts culture. Once we realized how many former employees and residents still lived in Fergus Falls, and then we began to meet with former employees, that's when it became really powerful. The reality of working there and living there that we found was something very different, something very complex to be sure, but really a family among the employees and the residents.
This was, of course, a place of great sorrow, but it was also a place of many laughs and a place of joy and tears of transformation. And I think that that's something that we really wanted to show.
Healing can come out from learning about the history and how far history has come to change.
I think there's a lot of questions that we shouldn't be afraid to ask, to dive into conversation about talking about mental health in our community.
The largest Kirkbride built in the U.S. that distinguishes us from other communities. Is whether you talk about the history of employment or just the somewhat of the stigma that we all heard occasionally, and right now I think it's a point of development for the future.
People having an experience, and even if that's confronting their own judgments or ideas around mental illness, and you're able to see that in somebody else and see that in yourself simultaneously. And there were a lot of moments like that I felt the audience got to really take a leap. We always talk about our work as following the rabbit trail of, we talk to one person, we say, who else should we be talking to? And we follow this rabbit trail along the way. And ours led us to a lot of really creative, talented, interesting people who care a lot about their community.
Prairie dreams apart. I got long grass prairie dreams growing on my heart. You might prefer where the sun don't shine, but I've got prairie dreams for mine. I got prairie.
Local actors can create powerful theater because they're connecting to the character by way of the story and their experience rather than through their technique as actors. So what they're giving on the stage is themselves.
We learn a lot about ourselves, facts that I didn't know, specific things. So I do think there's a sense of community coming together around this, and also the strengthening the arts community in Fergus, which is a great thing.
Because talent isn't just in big towns, big cities, it's everywhere.
Icicles built along windows.
We are not trying to send one single message, but we are trying to show this community in this production all the multiplicity of voices that have come out of this place, that have been inspired by this place, and hopefully that will influence the future of this place.
It, I think, brings awareness to the audience of the charm of their town and observe the talent that's there.
I think the larger question, though, is the view of human beings and what is it to be a human being in a community, and what does that consist of?
Theater production, it's often just actually what happens in between the scenes that I think were some of the most special moments. So to me, that really felt like the impact that is coming out of this. It's not just what the audience experiences, it's what the cast goes through, just that sense of community that you feel for the 6 weeks. I just can't think of anything better than that.